Y'all, we gonna have to make this quick. It's extra freaking hot out here today, okay? So it's still Saturday. I had cleaned up and I had washed my body and did all of the things. Today I was feeling like the energy of what is my purpose, you know? This whole time that I have been going through these rough phases in life, I'm like, what is my purpose? Like, what am I drawn to do? I know at the end of the day, whatever it is, I'm called to help people because that's just apparent. It's been throughout my entire life. Everyone that I've come across in some way, shape, or form always felt that therapy was what was right for me. And honestly, when I first started off in college and everything, I did start off in psychology and I really, really, really freaking enjoyed it. But I deviated from that to go to medical because it was faster, fast money, and I wanted to just hurry up and be able to make money. I had a child, and while I was pregnant with my child, I was in school for psychology, and I just kind of wish that I had stayed the course and stuck it out and actually went into the field that I actually intended to go into. And then I wouldn't have so many people cross my path and say that. Even a person that I had met recently, as of like June or something, had told me the same thing, that therapy was like my calling. And I was like, I've heard this all, even my therapist had said that I would be a good therapist, and that's crazy to hear from your therapist because they're actually the therapist. So I do feel like therapy is my calling, and I think I'm about to throw my energy towards the thing that I've been avoiding, because no matter how I try to avoid it in life because of me being an empath, some way, shape, or form, I still end up doing some type of service work that relates to therapy. So I just feel like, why keep avoiding something that's been your calling the entire time anyways? So I think I want to investigate school and see how I can get that done, because it's time for me to go on a different path in life, which is apparently just the path I've been on without the education to back me up. And hopefully they will take my credits from my bachelor's degree I already have, so all I got to do is finish the requirements for the part that I actually want to do, not like have to do math again and have to do all that shit again, because I want to do it. But yeah, I just need to stop avoiding my calling and just get her done, you know what I mean? Just get her done. So I will be looking for my transcripts and going up to the school, maybe the school that my son's at, and seeing what's good. I really, really need to throw myself into something, because the more I try to avoid whatever my calling is, the more lost I feel. What I'm gonna be doing is finding my purpose, because everyone in life has a purpose, and a lot of us spend our lives either avoiding it or not finding it, you know what I mean? So I just want to do that. Simultaneously, I have other things that I have to deal with pertaining to this chapter in my life that I've got to get through and get done. So I just have a lot on my plate, and I'm just going to add a little bit more because I just feel like having distractions for me is a good way to keep my mind from spiraling. So I'm just going to do what needs to be done versus replying that? Okay. I don't know. So I'm gonna do what needs to be done to keep my mental space sacred and not spiral and not go into my deep dark thoughts and stuff like that, because also that's what keeps me in stagnation. Once I start spiraling, it doesn't stop. I don't know. I just want to make sure that, I don't know how many vlogs back I spoke of this, but it was about legacy and what you leave behind and what you want people to remember you for. And my biggest thing was always being a good person, and I want to make sure that I leave an imprint on people's lives and their hearts in a positive way. So the legacy I want to leave behind is just always about being there for people, and letting everybody know that they've been loved by me, and in some way, shape, or form, you know, I do feel like the people in my life know that, because how else would I have people from elementary school coming back to me and being like, I've been looking for you forever? Because I feel like somehow, in some way, no matter how brief our interaction might be, I'm going to leave an imprint in your heart, you know? And there's people that have done that to me too, and sometimes they leave these big gaping assholes, and you're like, how did you do this in such a short time? But it's just about soul connecting. Sometimes you meet somebody in your life, emotions are coming. Sometimes you meet someone in your life that you feel like you've known like your whole life. I don't know why that makes me feel emotional. Ugh. Get out of here. But you meet somebody that you feel like you've known them your whole life, and you just met them. And then it's just like this deep spiritual connection. Like, I've known you in another life before, but I just met you in this life. And whether it be in friendship, romantic, whatever, those connections are so freaking deep, you know? I have one of my friends. I met her, and we met at school. And she was like that. She was somebody that I felt like I knew forever. You know how people be like, I feel like I've known you, but this was not like I knew you forever. It was, I've already met you. I knew you in a past life type thing. You know what I mean? And our connection was so deep. And then there was somebody else I met. Her name, I don't be liking to give out names. I like to call everybody they. So I met them, and the same thing, and it was just like a soul energy that I can't even describe it, but the way we connected in this level of friendship was just unreal. It was weird because it was just a friend, but I felt like it was an intense friendship. And I don't know, there's like so many people I felt like I've known them in another life, and those are the ones that I have the hardest time breaking away from, because I've known you for many lives, you know what I mean? Like, those are the ones that if you have to end those type of friendships, or those friendships end, you feel it so deeply in your soul that it's like earth shattering. So those are the type, well, I don't want it to be like a negative earth-shattering experience, but I want to leave like a piece of love that I give to you. I want it to stay with you. Like, I've always known love from, emotion. Damn it. Gemini, I ain't got no feelings, I'm hard. But yeah, so yeah, I definitely want my legacy to be that people around me knew love, and they knew that they were loved by me, no matter how long, no matter how short. They just knew that there was love that I gave them. So I feel like that's my purpose. I feel like my purpose is to give love, and for people to know love. A lot of people that I come in contact with, and I feel like this is what further drives my purpose, is because like the people around me a lot of them didn't know love. And even though I didn't always know it myself, I knew how to give it, you know what I mean? I'm not perfect. I fuck up. I am human, okay? And I always try to right my wrongs when I do fuck up. But for sure you'll know I loved you, and for sure you'll feel it. You know what I mean? But I'm an emotional ass bitch. But yeah, for real, like as far as what my purpose in life is to give love, is to help people and at least guide them towards their healing. You know, maybe I'm not a healer. I don't feel that I am anyway. Sometimes it get heavy for me, but this is why this channel is here, was because it's easier for me to talk to myself and put it out to y'all after than for me to just go up to somebody and talk like this. I got OCD. I got anxiety, I got depression, because that shit's hard for me. But on here, it's easy. I cry on here, I laugh on here, I get mad on here. Like, all my emotions be raw as fuck on here. But I'm a real ass human with real ass, my heart beats, yo. But I'm mad emotional. I'm gonna take this rose quartz off in a minute. If this is what's gonna be going on. But also, the new moon is coming, so emotions, a flood. I need to hurry up and get out that energy. It's a manifestation moon, y'all, so make sure y'all are manifesting what you need. Excuse all my emotions, you guys, but y'all know how I am. I cry on this channel all the time, and it's not for anybody to feel bad for me. I come on here with my raw emotions, so when you see these emotions in their raw state, this is just me giving you my heart. So my heart to you, you know what I mean? Whether it's the happiness in my heart, whether it's the sadness in my heart, and a lot of times it's just them too, because in reality, most people know this already, but being mad, angry, all that stuff is a secondary emotion to being hurt. So we don't automatically go to being mad. It's kind of like a defense mechanism to protect ourselves. So yeah, it's a lot of hurt a lot of times. That's why I try to right my wrongs, because I know if somebody's mad at me, it means that I possibly hurt them, and I don't want to hurt anybody. That's never my intention, but it happens, you know what I mean? Because we're human, and everyone's walk of life is so different. They interpret things so different. So when something is being done, you might think it's harmless or you might think it's nothing, but to them it's something. And you just definitely do not want to hurt somebody purposely. I'll put it out there right now. I never intentionally hurt anybody. That's never intentionally. I do, well, I'm gonna take that back because I need a disclaimer. Disclaimer is I'm petty, okay? So I do have petty tendencies at times when I get hurt. When I get hurt, I will deal with it a few times, and then the inner petty comes out, and then I will retaliate. So if somebody hurts me, I try to be understanding each time, like, yo, maybe this, yo, maybe that. And then after a while, I don't know why I thought I saw my dog, but I'm so used to him being by my side that's why. But after so many times, I'm gonna be like, okay, now you need to learn something too, because I can only be so understanding for so many times, and then I get petty and I do some petty shit. But intentionally, never. Like, I'll never strike first is what I'm saying. Like, I'm not a person that ever strikes first. But when I strike, it feels like horrible, you know what I mean? Like, it feels bad to the person, because that means I'm at my wit's end once I reach my petty, you know what I mean? So then that however the situation plays out is usually far worse than the person imagines that I can give, because of how I carry myself. But once I get to the place, like, I have a threshold for pain, and then once it goes beyond that, like, I'm petty. So I try not to go there. I try to just keep being understanding, but it's hard sometimes, because people take your kindness for weakness, and they think like, oh, well, she's nice. So, and I've heard so many times, even this one in here, he told me when we were in our 20s, he was like, if you don't toughen up, I'm gonna walk all over you. And I always remember that, because people have told me that since that, you know what I mean? Like, if you don't toughen up, I'm gonna walk all over you. And it's a hard lesson, because my heart is mushy, as you can see. My heart is mushy as fuck. So it's hard to be tough, be hard, and do all that shit, you know what I mean? It's hard, because that's not my personality. My personality is love. In tarot readings, and the tarot cards, and the tarot deck, we're like, what, the Two of Cups, the lovers, You know what I mean? Like, that represents our energy as the lovers, and that's true. Like, I'm mushy as fuck on the inside. And you know how some Gemini, I think June Geminis are a lot better at the harder exterior than May. I don't know a lot of May Geminis, to be honest with you. I know a lot of June. A lot of the people I fuck with are June Geminis, and I feel like they master the hard exterior. When people are talking about the duality of the twin, they're always thinking of them because they have the harder out shell and then the inside mushy. But outwardly I'm mushy, and inside I'm mushy, and then I'm the overthinker. So those are my dualities, is the overthinker and the mushy motherfucker in the inside. You know what I mean? So I exude love. I walk love, I feel love, I breathe love. And so that's why I'm so mushy on the inside, is because my whole being is about love. You know what I mean? And the missing parts of my life were love, and that's why I give it so freely, is because it was something that I needed that I didn't have. And so I want everybody to experience it. This is not from a sad place that I'm crying. It's just, it's not a sad place. I'm not sad, but I'm just mushy. But it's not, for real, y'all. I'm not sad. It's just, I want everybody to experience love. And I feel like that's my purpose. Bottom line, this video, everything is, that's what I want it to be, is everybody to feel love. I don't care how brief it is. I've hugged people I've just met. I've told people I've just met that I love them, and they'll be caught off guard and they'll be like, I love you too. You know what I mean? Like, it's crazy. Or when somebody, you know what I mean? Like, I just meet people and I let them know that they're loved by me. You know what I mean? And they feel it, because a lady at the store, she was like, as weird as it sounds, I can feel the energy that you truly do care, and you just met me. And shit like that, when people will like comment on my energy, I've said this so many times, but when people comment on my energy, y'all, like, that's the highest compliment I'll ever receive, ever, is when people know my energy, when people can feel my energy. That's the highest compliment. That's like the highest of the highs for me, is knowing my energy, feeling my energy, and actually feeling it. Feel what I'm trying to send to you. If I'm trying to send to you like love and you receive it, that's the highest of compliments for me, is that you know the real and what's inside of me. You know what I mean? So I might be emotional. It's not on some sad shit. It's just on some, I fucking love love. And I love everyone to feel it, no matter on what level. Platonic, romantic, paternal, like familial, like whatever it is, whatever the kind of love that it is. I want people around me to always feel it. And I know that like certain members in my family, they always comment on how they feel around me, even when we don't see each other. No matter what, they're always like, they know that I love them, and I don't really see them all the time. You know what I mean? Like, I've gone so long without being able to see my family, and it's hard, because I want to be able to go. My cousin's in Texas. He's 8 hours away. I want to go see him. You know what I mean? He's going through things at times, and I'm going through things at times, but there's nothing like going through things together, you know, emotionally supporting each other. But the thing is, the problem is, a lot of times, this happens to me a lot, I go so deep with somebody, they have to stop. You know, they'll be like, nah, no more, stop. And then I think that's where the therapist part comes in, because I'm like, well, I want to get to the part where I can help the healing. You know, we're not going to stay on the surface. I want to get underneath it so we can just pull out the pain so that you're not hurting anymore. You know what I mean? So let's go deeper. And then they'll be like, nah, we got to stop here, like right here. And I'm like, okay. Well, I can't force you to keep on going, you know what I mean? Nor would I want you to go past your comfort level. But I do feel like in those circumstances, that's where the breakthrough is, right? Where you want to stop, the uncomfortable part, where you want to stop. Right underneath that is where the healing is, right underneath that point. So if you go just a tiny bit deeper under there, like we could get to the healing part of the session, you know what I mean? Our little love session, and it just be like shooting the shit, just talking, just asking questions, and then they'd be like, damn, yo, you get deep fast. But that's just how I am. When I feel the energy from another person's heart, and I can feel their pain, I want to help get that shit out of them, like clear it, so that they can feel that weight lifting off of them. You know what I mean? That's who wants to carry those burdens. I don't like carrying burdens, you know what I mean? I have burdens, but I don't like carrying them. A person that truly loves you is gonna want you to heal, is gonna want to dig down deep inside of you and help clear out all that negativity and junk inside of you, and want you to be a better person, you know? And so, at least I do. I don't know how other people love, but my version of love, the way I show love, first of all, there's many ways that I show love. So a lot of it is physical touch, and that's like a security thing. So I constantly touch on people that I love, you know, like just I touch. It's a lot of hugging, a lot of rubbing, a lot of just touching, because that's how I show people. Like my kids, I'm always like touching, messing with their hair or something, like I'm just touchy, you know. Another way is that I get into their feelings, but not the surface, the underneath. And that's not because I'm nosy, because honestly, save myself the trouble of not caring, you know what I mean? But because I care, I want to know what hurts you, because whatever hurts somebody that I love hurts me too. Whatever they're going through, I'm going through too. So I want to heal us as a people, you know what I mean? Like, let's heal together, because if you're hurting, I'm hurting, and so let's do it. And another way is I do things for that person. If I see something, I might buy it for them, or I might cook for them, or you know what I mean? But because my love language is physical touch and acts of service, communication, I don't know if that's one of them, but I mean, it's not one of the 5, right? Because it's acts of service, it's gifts, it's words of affirmation, it's what else? Physical touch was one. I don't know the 5th one, but yeah, communication is huge. That's a big love language of mine, because also they say that Geminis are huge communicators, and I didn't realize how much I relied on communication until I had no communication. You feel me? Like, once people didn't communicate, then I was like, you don't even love me. Like, you don't even love me. Like, seriously, you don't even love me. So, and I have to realize, and this is where I have a hard time. I'm sweating, y'all. Like, my pants are wet. And because they're light, you can see it. Not everybody is equipped to know how to communicate, because maybe no one called on them to communicate before. Maybe they never had a chance to communicate. Maybe they felt like their voice didn't matter before. Maybe there's just so many ways, and I'm impatient with that. I will give you that. When it comes to communication, I'm very impatient. I want the communication now, and so I definitely got to work on that, because that's something that I have to realize. Not everybody is so in touch with their feelings the way that I am. I'm very in touch with my feelings. I may not articulate them or want to share them all the time, but I definitely am in touch with them. So I have to realize that not everybody is like that. But I spent my life journaling, so I've always been in touch with my feelings. I've never learned how to really outwardly express them, or felt like I was like my feelings, opinions, everything were valuable enough for other people to hear. But for myself, very valuable. Like, all my feelings are valuable, but as far as sharing them with other people, that's when I did run into problems. But once I got on YouTube, man, it did make it so much easier for me to express myself, even to others, because people that I didn't know, that now I consider family, my YouTube people, I love you, they we would talk about things that I said in the video that were very personal, very private, but I share with y'all. You know what I mean? So you guys know a lot more about me than I would know about y'all, because I opened that up, the floodgates, and anything that I was going through. So yeah, that really helped me to open up. It helped me to have better sessions when I did start therapy, because I was able to articulate it a lot better to another person, as far as me articulating it to myself all day, every day. And I self-talk the hell out of myself in the mirror. A lot of times I be having my own therapy sessions. Like, it's crazy, but that's what my shower time and all that stuff has in it, is just me guiding me through things, guiding me through heartache, guiding me through happiness, guiding me through decisions. Like, I literally have to talk to myself a lot, because I spend a lot of time with me, and you know, we go back and forth with things, and there goes another part of, but it's bad when my heart is talking to the overthinker of myself, because it just goes deeper and deeper and deeper into this rabbit hole of just overthinking, you know what I mean? So I don't know. I guess this was about my purpose. My purpose is to love, and my purpose is to guide. My purpose is to help facilitate healing at the end of the day. And I need to work more towards my purpose, because I don't feel as fulfilled in life with what I do currently. It's just easy for me, you know what I mean? And but is it something that's self-serving? No. Is it something that, you know, I could see myself doing forever? No. Like, I honestly don't want to be doing it beyond this year. I want to just get on the ball and do what I've always been called to do, but kind of was scared to do it. You guys, I missed, as a side note, totally off topic, I missed one day of my antibiotics, and I feel like shit again. So I gotta get in there and take it. The only thing is, when I take the antibiotic, it hurts my leg. So I just got to get through these 7 days. I can do it. I got faith in me versus me. I got this. So let me go inside and get these kids and see. The wolf's looking at me, and see what they want to do, and go from there. I honestly hate when my front blinds are open, but I'm going to go see what they're gonna do and go from there. And I will talk to you guys later. Sorry about the tear fest, but not really, because that's just who I am. Y'all know my heart. You guys know that I love you. Like, I'm not saying it as no cap. This is real over here. Like, I really fuck with you guys. I appreciate all y'all, good, bad, and indifferent, because I learned something from all of you. He's just staring. This little baby, he's so attached. Okay, let me go.